Hello and welcome back to ElevenLabs series. I know a lot of you are wondering, what if I build the agent and I do not want to connect it to my phone number, but I just want that to be available on our website, just like how we test on ElevenLabs platform, right? And in today's video, let's see how do we do that by embedding the call feature onto our website. So let's get started. Now to begin, we can go to widget and we have this embed code available over here. So I'm going to copy this and I've also opened Lovable. Okay, I just want to show you how this works, right? Your cloud project is waking up, so let's wait for it. I've taken some random project that we had done on Lovable. So let it wake up. And all I have to do is embed the code mentioned below. So you can do it on Lovable or Emergent or any of those platforms, right? All you have to do is just tell the agent, embed the code mentioned below. So once you add this, just send it. And it is now thinking, reviewing embedding plan and script tag integration. So let's wait. And you can see that it is already added and available over here, right? So I'll click on start a call and it'll ask me for terms and conditions. I'll click on accept and here you go. I love this time.
Hello, welcome to ElevenLabs. I'm Jess, and I'm.
So I just disconnected and here you can see it is asking us how was this conversation, and that is coming because we have feedback collection enabled. Callers can rate their satisfaction from 1 to 5 and optionally leave a comment after the conversation, right? So because this is enabled, that option is also available. So in this particular widget option, we have a lot of settings. Okay, for example, interface is here. Chat text only mode, do you want it or not? Send text while on call, yes, enable or not? Real-time transcript of the call, okay, do you need it or not? Language drop down, if you have added the agent for multiple languages, then you can also have this language drop down. Okay, and then whether you need the mute button or not. For example, if I go here and if I enable the call,
Hello, welcome to ElevenLabs. I'm Jess.
you can see that we don't have a mute button. While if I am testing it from here,
Hello, welcome to Aurora Events. I'm Jess, and I'm here to help you plan your next event. Are you planning to host a wedding event or a corporate event or a birthday event?
I am speaking and you will not be able to hear me.
I didn't quite catch that. Could you please tell me if you're interested in a wedding call?
And so here we have mute option, and if you need that mute option for the users, okay, then you can enable this. Then we have expanded behavior, starts collapsed, which means like this, and then we have starts expanded, okay, and then we have always expanded, right? So with the start expanded or start collapsed, we will have the option of collapsing it. But if you make it as always expanded, then we will not be able to make it smaller. Okay, so I would prefer start collapsed. I don't want a big box on top of my website at any given point of time. Anyways, so action indicator, not really sure what this means. Show conversation ID after call. So if the user should know the conversation ID so that they can reach out to us and then share the conversation ID for us to look for what happened, then we can show that. Hide audio tags in transcripts. Okay, so if I laugh or giggle or something like that, those tags will be hidden in the transcript. Okay, and then we have markdown links, allow all domains. So basically, when I add it to any particular website, okay, if anybody gets that particular code, then they can add it to their website as well, right? Let's say, for example, it's a tutorial kind of a voice call, right? And if they add it to their website, maybe their audience will love it, they'll start using it, but you will be charged, right? And in that case, what you can do is you can add the domain and you can mention which particular domain do you want this particular embedding to be done. Next up, we have markdown links. Control which links are clickable in agent responses. Only links matching your allow list are enabled. For security, JavaScript links are always blocked. Okay. Now I can mention allow all domains, which means irrespective of whatever domain it is, it'll just go through. And for this, let me go to customer support agent, and let me go to agent workflows. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mention with 7 website, https with 7.com. Okay, abcd website. I'll say http abcd.with7.com. By the way, soon our website is going to be with7.ai. So by the time this video goes out, I think our new website will be already live. Anyway, so I have mentioned this. If the user asks for website, share this links. Right, I mentioned this. Let's publish this. I'll click on publish. Okay, let's go back to widget. Okay, and let me just copy this one. Let's put this particular one. I'll just say give the candidate to whatever we have, we'll just following. Now, if I go to preview, by the way, it has added the new one. Okay, but I'll just show you here. I'll ask, can you share or rather, I'll just go with the audio call.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Can you share me Rid7 link?
I am sorry.
I
cannot find a website called Rid7.
You
mean
Do you have
Rid7?
Yes.
The Rid7
website
is https rid7.com.
Is there anything
else I can help you with?
Can you share me ABCD website link? Okay, it stopped. Let me.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Can you share me the ABCD website link?
Sure, the ABD website is http://abcd.rid7.com.
Okay, that was weird. Anyway, so now if we go to Markdown links, okay, we have mentioned include www.variants. Okay, automatically allow the www variant of your domain. For example, adding example.com also allows www.example.com, right? So that is this one. Now here it says allow HTTP links, which means allow non-secure links. For example, in the agent, we had given ABCD website as HTTP, right? And when we ask for HTTP links, it will just give it. Okay, this will mainly be working well if we have enabled real-time transcript of the call. Okay, which means when they are actually speaking on the website, okay, over here. So for example, if I enable this and if I publish this and if I maybe just refresh this once of call, accept.
Hello, how
can I help you today?
Could you share me Rid7 link?
I cannot
I
provide
cannot
a link
provide
for
a link for
RAID 7
RAID7 as not a recognized RAID level.
Perhaps you meant
Perhaps you meant RAID7. If so, the RAID7
website
website
is
is
https
rid7.com.
So you can see here, I cannot actually click on this link and it says it is blocked, right? And the reason for that is I have not given any domain over here. So if I want it to be mentioned in the widget, then I have to add domain and I have to tell, okay, I'll have rid7.com and I'll disable this. I'll click on publish. And once this is done, I'll go back here and just refresh this, start the call, accept, call.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Could you share me the link for the Rid7 website?
I do not have any information about a website called
RIDGS7.
Do you mean
RID7?
Yes.
The Rid7
website is https rid7.com.
And do you have the website link for ABCD?
Yes,
the ABCD website is https://abcd.rid7.com.
You can see here, while the link for Rid7 worked, I could click on it, but here it is not. It's blocked, right? And that's because I have not enabled it and I have also not added over here. Okay, that's what Markdown link is. Now in the avatar, you can change the color. Okay, the first color, second color. You can also upload the image via URL. You can also upload the image directly. Okay, so basically what's happening here is this particular thing, whatever you see, even on the embedded site. Okay, this particular thing will change. Okay, so that's about this. You can play around with that. You have a terms and conditions. This is the terms and conditions that we are seeing whenever we refresh it. So if I click on start a call, you can see this, right? So that can be added over here. it's a Markdown language. So if you want to change this, you can just go to any LLMs like ChatGPT or Gemini and ask it to give the terms and conditions in the Markdown language, and you can put it here. Okay. Then comes local storage key. When defined, the widget will store the acceptance status in the local storage under this key. The user will not be prompted to accept the terms again if the key is present, right? So if you see here, each time we refresh it, and if I click on this one, it'll ask me for terms and conditions. But if I give some key here, which is like terms accepted or something like that, and now if I refresh this, okay, I just have to accept it once. So here, when you refresh it and open the call, you are asked for acceptance. And if you refresh it again, you are asked for it again, right? So you can give some keys here, like terms accepted or something like that, and publish it. Once the user accepts it, if it is saved in their local storage, then it will not be asked again. Okay. Now styling, we have a lot of variants. So for example, here we have tiny variant, we have compact variant, we have full variant. Okay. Even in tiny variant, we have something called collapsible. Okay. I mean, this is applicable for all the three, by the way, right? So based on whatever you need, you can play around. Again, placement, you can play around like top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, and so on and so forth. You can play around with the colors. You can play around with the overlay padding, the button radius, input radius, syntax highlighting, whether it should be auto, light, dark, right? All of that you can play around. Text content, main label, like do you want it to be need help? Like for example, here, need help, right? So that can be changed. Start call, what do you want the text to be? Start chat, what should be the text? New call, end call. So what should all of this text ideally be, right? And you can also have this in different languages, by the way. Okay, so you can play around with any of these settings. You also have a shareable page. Let's say, for example, testing with the team, right? And I say require visitors to accept our terms, right? And then, now one of the things that I missed is if you click on these three dots, then we have add to UR, like Lovable, Cloud Code, Black Box, Codex, CLI, or Cursor, and so on and so forth. If you click on, let's say, Lovable, right, then you get something copied, deployment prompt copied to clipboard, right? And this is a detailed prompt, by the way. Okay, so let me open it in a docs. So it has given the details. Agent name is customer support. Agent ID is this one. Recommended for Lovable. Use the React SDK or the embeddable widget. Okay, so React SDK, these are the methods. And then React native SDK, this one, right? So embeddable widget is this details. So fourth, it has also given Python SDK and so on and so forth. Fifth, direct WebSocket, like all the details is available, right? We can just give this entire prompt, or whatever we did will just work fine. Okay. Now going down, we have this shareable page where we can give some description like testing with the team or whatever description you want. And then you can also enable this require visitors to accept our terms. Okay. And if you click on this box here, okay, you can copy the shareable link. And if I open, let's say, incognito mode, okay, then anybody will be able to actually use this particular agent that they've created. Okay. And because we said they have to accept our terms, accept all cookies, and then I can click on call AR agent.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Testing.
Okay. Is there anything specific you'd like to test or discuss?
Okay. So that is about this particular option. Okay. Keep one thing in mind, that is, if you do any changes, you'll have to publish it before it will reflect on the embedded platform. So for example, in this particular case, we have done it on Lovable. So we'll have to publish it, only then it will go through. By the way, when you open the shareable link, okay, whatever message you have given at the end, which is here, let's say for example, I say chat about our product with agent. Okay. Anyways, I've copied this. Here I don't need, so once I do that, I click on publish. Okay, and I'll open it up. Let me just refresh it. And you can see here, chat about our product with agent. So whatever message is added over here, okay, that will be shown in the shared link. So that's all we had for today. I hope you're enjoying the series. We have a couple of days left in ElevenLabs series. Please do share with your friends, family, and colleagues so that they can learn how to build tech solutions, especially voice agents, without writing a single line of code. Thank you once again and see you in the next one.